put more animation into it.
Oh, so what do you think about the artwork, graphics, animation, the sound?
Sound, they went with a more hip hop feel on Third Strike. I like hip hop, but for a fighting game, I don't know if it's appropriate or inappropriate.
Yeah, they should have got the techno.
I mean, I can agree with it. I can do it, but it's not like, oh my god, it's so much better, or oh my god, it's so much worse. Yeah. For me, it's just like, it's just there. Yeah. It's not like the original themes of Street Fighter. Now, those themes were timeless. I love those themes.
I like to kind of dance. Just the same thing. I don't really want to play a fight game. To me, that's not Street Fighter.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know. They shouldn't even put the Street Fighter title on it. It's not going to be Street Fighter. Because everybody's going to always be World Warriors. No matter what. It's going to always be World Warriors. And that's what we keep in mind, you know, we playing it. But they got people from all over the world. It's not World Warriors. How come we got people all over the world now?
Right.
You know, why we have people from all over the world? Why don't we just have a whole bunch of people from America?
Right.
Like, I don't want to sound, you know, bad. Republicans against the Democrats.
Right.
You know, have Jay Leno versus David Letterman. You know, but then I'd be like Street Fighter, Chameleon fight or something. But no, I'm just saying all these people all across the world. If it's not the World Fighter or anything like that, why do they have all these people? That's what I understand.
This was one of the first games that actually included like characters that could heal themselves too. So I thought that was kind of neat.
Really?
Yep. First game where characters could heal themselves. Elena has the ability to heal herself if she gets enough super meter. One of her supers is healing, and Gil also can heal himself.
Oh, so she can. Will it fill all the way up?
No, it fills up like partial power. It's not like the entire power bar.
Really? They really put it. I will say they put more time into the animation. I think.
Yeah, I think we should have had like more mid-round animation, like animation before and after the rounds.
Yeah.
That could have been something that they should have thought about. Also, like more dialogue between the characters. Considering that we have a limited cast, why shouldn't there be like pre-recorded audio for each character to have dialogue between each cast?
You know that.
Because I noticed like on like Dead or Alive, where the characters like have like between round animations. That's something that should have been considered in Third Strike. But you have to stop and think that this was back in 1990, late 1990, so they weren't thinking about that type of thing back then. But something to think about in future Street Fighter installments.
I will say one thing they did bring about, there's going to be some new mechanics and controls. It's better play competitive.
Oh yeah, I mean that's one thing that you have to say about Street Fighter. The control has always been there. You got parry moves now, you got carry moves now. I mean it's a lot to offer in the game, a lot of depth. As much depth as you're looking for, it's there in the game. Don't think that the game is. Don't scratch the surface and think you've seen everything. The game has a lot of depth in gameplay. That's one of the things I have to constantly tell Kuma Killer, because he's somewhat of a critic about Third Strike.
You know where I live at. You know where I live at. I live in Alpha. I live in the Alpha World. Alpha World 3. That's where I stay, and that's where I'm gonna be. You're gonna catch me.
Yeah, well, like I know that one of your gripes was the fact that this game had like the option to choose which super that.
Please don't remind me of that. You make me get angry. You know I don't like that.
And that was the one.
Because you know what I'm gonna do. I want to have all my powers. I don't want to have no. It's like playing. You know, I done had all my powers. Now you stripping me of my powers. Now I'm gonna do one. I ain't handicapped, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm just saying, you know, give me all my powers, please. You know.
Right.
I don't want you knowing if I'm gonna do a super dragon punch or a hurricane kick. I don't want you to know that. That's
right.
You know, I mean, that was
giving away some of the techniques.
Yes.
It's making the game more predictable.
Exactly.
I agree with you completely.
You know, you tell them I do. You know if my power meter is pulled up, you know, don't jump. So I'm gonna catch you in the air. You know, or don't block, because you know I'm gonna do a hurricane kick. You know, and that's what I didn't like about it. And I mean, I'm not gonna gripe back. I'm used to it now. But I ain't gonna say nothing too bad, too much more about it. You know? It's just the supers, they're alright. They're not, to me, they're not really like, oh wow. But I will say I do like that little thing that Ken and Ryu have with that stomping the ground with the fire, the red fireball, you know, to do something like that. Because I can hit you with it, but it doesn't mean anything to me, and it doesn't devastate you. The total feel of the game to me is like, it's alright. I'm getting used to it.
One of the things that I kind of rap about is the fact that it doesn't have as in-depth a story to it, because I still to this day don't really know what's the story behind it. Why is he trying to take over the world? is he trying to take over the world? What is Gil's purpose? He seems like he's some super immortal being anyway, who has power beyond the average entity. So why is he? What purpose is he? Why are the Street Fighters trying to stop him? Is he trying to? What is he trying to do? You know?
I don't know.
See, that's one of the things you always knew what Bison was trying to do.
Yeah, Bison had a shot of the game. He gonna kick butt.
Right.
Kick butt. Yeah,
that was just clearly stated that Bison was trying to take over the world, and everybody that was strong and had the power and ability was trying to stop him.
Yeah, but he was also having that tournament.
But to me, Gil has everything he needs now. He has total power. There ain't nobody standing in his way. It's definitely not no Street Fighters. You know what I mean?
No, he in Dragon Ball Z though.
Right, if you ask me.
The power of Mike, the power was dangerous. So
I would have to say though that this game does have some unique characters. Dudley is somewhat of a unique character. He's a British boxer who has his own, unique style of fighting. Similar to Balrog's, but not quite the same. He's not really a charged character. So, I mean, the game has split it off for him. I mean, you got 12, you got Necro. All of these characters have their own unique style. But I would have to say that a lot of people can't really relate to a lot of those strange characters like Necro.
No, I can't. I cannot relate. That's one thing too. When I first saw him, I was like,
I would have to say that I think that Q is kind of a rushed character. Necro is kind of a rushed character. Oro is a little bit rushed.
I will say Sean. I like Sean. He's not really well balanced. But for a fighter who knows Ken and Ryu,
they can survive.
They can survive with him.
I think that's kind of telling of sort of the ecology of the game. The game has to kind of grow and advance. And in a certain sense, Sean isn't supposed to be a expert Shotokan fighter at this point, and so his playstyle should be somewhat unbalanced and not quite honed as Ryu and Ken.
Well, I don't want to be right home, but they could give him more stuff.
Right.
Instead of him throwing a fireball, he should be throwing like a fire flaming basketball.
Well,
I mean, not no stupid flaming skull like fireball, but
a flaming basketball. Yeah, that'll be a nice.
Kind of on the next game. On the next game, they should have movie there.
Right. Something like that.
Because it's two-handed uppercut. That's kind of neat in a way. It's kind of neat.
It's different.
It's
a little twist on it.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to have him match up against Sakura. I will say that.
Nah,
definitely. Sakura would definitely beat him there. She would beat him. She would use her slide kick.
Right. Speaking of which, is Sakura Ryu's protege or is she Ken's protege?
She's Ryu and Ken. She's on her own really, but she's testing against Ryu and Ken together.
Third Strike is an awesome game with a lot of content there. If you could just get beyond the fact that it feels a little bit dated. People in the US got it kind of late. I mean, it was out like in 99, 2000. But we didn't actually get a US release till later on, like maybe 4 or 5 years later, which kind of sucks. So if you guys are real hardcore Street Fighter fans, you'll pick it up and play it, and you'll have like a lot of enjoyment. It is a lot of content there, guys.
Don't they have this on as a bonus disc on the Xbox? No?
No, I don't think they do. They have it on PlayStation 2 though. I think it comes in I have played it. It's actually a good port. It's a real good port. Graphically and load time is flawless. It's a real good port. It's got a lot of content to it.
Alrighty, that's gonna be a review for Killer Game Rants.
So what's it gonna be? The trapped in a new world of Street Fighter 3. Make your first move, so what's it gonna be? The trapped in a new world of Street Fighter 3. The third chapter, so what's it gonna be? The third strike, y'all, is Street Fighter 3.